What's going on, you guys? AJ Tucker is back with a self-defense video. It's been a while, and I decided to come back when I've totally lost my voice. But I want to talk about, things that happen around the world, things for you to be aware of, and things that you can use. And this is a story of a woman escaping a kidnapper who forced himself in her car in Yavapai County. Where in the heck is that? Anyway, it's 26-year-old Cody Smith grabbed the victim, forced her into her car, and ordered her to take him to California. So he's going back to Cali. So a woman made a daring escape from Yavapai County. I don't even know how to say that. Somebody help me with that. He carjacked her. Deputies say the victim, only identified as a 42-year-old woman, was driving on Highway 69 in Cords Junction late Friday when a man suddenly ran onto the roadway and was nearly struck. So you got to think about it. Like when it comes to a self-defense situation, somebody is always approaching you in a different way. And this way, he just jumped in front of her car, taking advantage of her niceness. The woman stopped, called 911, and tried to make sure the man was okay. But authorities say the man, 26-year-old Cody Smith, grabbed her, forced her into her car, and ordered her to take him to California. I don't know why that's so funny to me. They say he shoplifted from a convenience store and fled in his car until it ran out of gas. It was at that point, deputies say, he started running and encountered the victim. And he's playing like some real life Grand Theft Auto, man. I don't know what's up with him. The two drove for several hours along Interstate 17. Smith refused to let the victim use her phone and hung up on 911 dispatcher, who tried to make contact after the initial call was dropped. And so one thing that you can do is also you can text. You can text 911 in some areas. You have to look it up and see if you can. Deputies say the victim managed to convince Smith to stop at Sunset Point Rest Stop, where he allegedly followed her into the restroom to make sure she didn't flee. So she was trying to think of ways to get out of the situation, and she knew they had to stop at some point. So normally when somebody comes up to you, you just simply run. But in her case, she wasn't able to do that. She was caught by surprise. He forced her into the car, made her drive. It doesn't say if he had a gun or not, but basically she did what she thought she needed to do. And as you can see, she thought on her feet. When the two returned to the car, deputies say the woman managed to get into the car first and sped off before Smith could get inside. So she basically convinced him, like, hey man, I'm gonna drive. And she got in the car quick and simply just drove off. It wasn't like, she had complied on the drive. She complied going into the restroom. So he had no reason to think that she was gonna jump in the car and simply drive off. It was like she caught him off guard. She was basically waiting for her opportunity. And so that's what you do in that type of situation. You wait for the right opportunity. There's different ways to get out of it. And if you escape unharmed, then you've done the right thing. He was booked into Camp Verde Detention Center on multiple charges, including kidnapping. Deputies praised the woman's quick thinking that helped her recognize the opportunity to escape from a dangerous situation. So getting out of a dangerous situation is not all about going for somebody's eyes or fighting the person off. Sometimes you can think your way out of a situation. So just keep that in mind, folks. Just another story here, man, just happened in the world. These things, unless somebody is murdered, these type of stories do not make the front page news. So my goal is to get these stories out there, man. And that way it just gives you food for thought, because there's so many different ways attackers can come at you. There's no one set way that, we can teach you in a self-defense class. Anyway, that's all I got now for now, man. I hope it was insightful. Be safe and keep your head on the swivel.